Hello, welcome to Victory House Intuitive Tarot. I am Victoria. I also have a second channel called the Pisces Only channel. It's basically for Pisces, but I do have a mix of other signs that come through where it's their rising or their sun or moon or whatever the case is. So if you want to know more about understanding sun, moon, and rising, then I would go to astrologycafe.com and you can figure out what your signs are there. What are your rising and moon signs as well? I think they call your rising the ascendant on that particular site. But your sun sign is your inward life, so that's what we're doing today. Your rising would be more about your career, and your moon is all about your emotions and your best relationships, especially if you're looking for romantic love. Say you're a Libra moon, then you best connect with a Libra sign for relationships. So that's kind of how that works. I'm not an astrologer, but anyway, winners of the free 30-minute reading contest to do a personal reading with me have been announced for the month of April. If you like, subscribe, and comment in the month of May, you'll be put in the June drawing. If you like, subscribe, and comment in the month of June, you'll be put into the July drawing. So that's how that works. I pulled within the first 2 weeks of each month for the previous month. And I do that on both channels, so I give away 48 free readings a year. And that doesn't include readings that I give to the homeless and other people that I feel that I need. I might say, let me give you a reading. So I do that intuitively, where God feels wants me to bless others. So that's how that works. All right. Spirit guides, angels, please come forward. We thank you, God, for the protection you provide, for the angels and spirit guides that also help with guided messages and protection as well. So what do we have for the month of June for Leo? Let's get some glasses on here. Okay. You may be keeping really silent about something you're trying to achieve. There might be some instability or inconsistency with communications, with your life. We do have the King of Swords here, who's a very strong communicator. He doesn't put up with a lot of bullshit. They tend to be experts. They tend to be lawyers, judges, police officers, etc. And they're really good at bringing balance. So we do have victory here. So there's something, we're going to clarify these. There's something here about some type of victory. Could be a legal issue. I just heard the words awaiting results. So you might be, and it could have to do with family because we have the divorce card here, broken home. So there may be some type of battle you're trying to achieve with a something to do with the home or a family, a wife, an ex-husband, someone you're separated from, whatever the case is for you, gender-wise. You're feeling really bored right now. You're feeling left out of life. You don't feel that you're getting enough recognition. There might be some depression here. Like you don't feel seen. You don't feel heard all the time. And there's some kind of boredom or apathy here where you're not feeling it. You're just not feeling it. But there is a new beginning here, right? Or you're trying to manifest this new beginning to have some kind of passionate new start, new cycle in enterprise, maybe a new job, a new business you're trying to start. I feel you're trying to find some type of purpose for your life. Um, you may be cutting things out that are toxic or negative for you. You're trying to have some self control, some self discipline. You're trying to be logical. Um, I feel there's a lot of disharmony in your family life. Um, you might be concealing some type of substance abuse or some lies. You're feeling very isolated, very lonely right now. There's a lot of petty conflict and bickering going on. Let's, let's do something here. Yeah, you're trying to have this new start. You're trying to end this failed relationship. Um, but it's causing you to have to withdraw. And there's a lot of like little battles, petty arguments, and shit that you're having to deal with. And so you're having to think really practical right now. Um, but something's changing here in the month of June. Wrong way. Sorry. Something's going to change. But you really need to strategize. So I feel like you're trying to sidestep something, but someone might be throwing you under the bus in the month of June in regards to you trying to win this battle. And I feel not only it's with your relationship and your previous home life, or you could still be in this situation. You still could be living in the home with this person, right? But yeah, you're going to have to be really smart to win this one because they're just as smart as you. And the more this is what they're showing me, like a cat and mouse game. The more you try and sidestep, the more they're trying to catch up. So they're trying to stay one step ahead of you. This person's really fighting for what they believe they should have, as well as you are. But I feel there are also children in the mix for some of you. So that creates a bigger problem. More to argue about. You do have the star card here with wish fulfillment. You're going to get what you want. It's going to take a lot of self-control and a lot of discipline. And the death card, and I was just going to say, right before I put the death card down, I feel like there's going to be, like June is going to bring some sort of change and transformation into your life. But there's a strong need here to listen to your inner voice, because I feel the devil's speaking in your ear. And I didn't mean to say his name. I hate to say his name because then he comes running. But you're going to have to really work on not listening to the darker side of your personality. Some of you could have a lot of Gemini in your chart, so there's an imbalance, or you could be suffering from bipolar. So you're really going to have to hold yourself strong, get your head together, and just really, really logically think this out. And that's the advice here, is to be practical, be logical, have self-discipline and self-control, and listen to that inner voice. So go more to your spiritual side is what their Spirit is recommending. Sorry, I had some pain. All right. Yeah, I see definitely broken, a lot of clouded joy, canceled events. You're not going to get as much as you want, but you will get something. And that's basically what they're telling me. And I'm sorry to say that. I think that you thought there would be more, and there's not going to be. It's going to be less, a lot less than you figured. But it's something, right? It might get you to pay off a credit card or something, get your credit back in good standing, or it might help you fix your car or put a little nest egg away. But I don't see you being rich here with the Ten of Pentacles being reversed. A lot of family disconnect, a lot of loneliness, and a decrease in your finances. All right, but welcome to the world right now. I mean, you're not the only ones going through this, but You're going to be caught in red tape. Someone's going to be unfair, dishonest, or just has no accountability whatsoever. It could be you, could be them. But you're going to have to come up with a fair solution here, is what they're telling me. Okay. There is some kind of news of money. I feel you might be getting some kind of family help. Someone's helping here with something. So, or you might get a new job, and you might find out about it through a family member. So that's good. I'm not going to go any further than that. You can book a personal reading. I now have a new option of one question reading done via email for $12.50. So if you have a burning question, you can make your payment, Cash App or PayPal. For right now, I'll be including Venmo again in the late summer. Right now, it's that account got hacked, and I'm still working on figuring all that out and getting it sorted. So you email me the question. You make sure your payment is done first. I'll verify the payment, and then I will usually answer within the hour or up to 24 hours. So. All right, you see clearly now. So, yeah, something's coming to light. You're starting to understand how someone works, how you need to see things, how you need to sidestep them, and how you need to be cunning in order to get something out of this. Because I feel they're going for the jugular. And you want at least something out of it because it was your money, mostly your money that was put into it, is what I'm feeling. That's what I sense. Okay. You got to trust. You got to trust that things are going to work out and you're going to have this new life, this new start. Slow and steady wins the race here. There's lots of spiritual love around you. They're telling me you can overcome any obstacle. And yeah, you need not listen to that dark voice because you just need to be at peace because there really is a lot of spiritual support around you. Don't listen to everything you're hearing because it's not all true, okay? So be very careful. Make sure you get your facts straight. Make sure they're correct. Don't listen to any gossip without verifying it. And yeah, I see you having to collaborate. One more, please. One more for Leo. Truth transcends illusion. So get out of your head and start listening to that inner voice. Is basically it's reaffirming. The animal spirits are reaffirming the messages that we got with the tarot deck. I also do 30-minute private readings face-to-face via Google Meet. In that 30 minutes for $50, you get psychic messages, tarot, and mediumship, which means you get to hear from others that have crossed over. All right. You can speak to them. You can ask them questions. Everybody's family comes in differently. Some come in so strong. I hear everything they say. They're showing me visions. Others, I struggle to hear messages. It really depends on the person's ability to come through. Because not everyone who crosses over gets to come back and speak to loved ones. Yeah, be warned of your surroundings. Being used by someone. Someone is, and it could all be about something negative in your life, like an addiction. Or they're waiting for you to have the celebratory, I've won my case type of deal. Wouldn't be surprised that once you find out you're not getting that much money, that person blows off. That's what I feel. So you might have a current lover or friend in your life, other family member that's trying to latch on because of what you're providing them, not because they care. It's basically what I see here. Yeah, you're going to do some healing. Where'd that card go? Well, that was weird. I saw the card for new beginning, but yet when I looked down to find it, it wasn't there. So strange. So you're going into a new beginning in July. You are going to have healing. You're going to have contentment. I don't see any big romantic love right now because you're going on a new emotional path, and I feel this new emotional path is more about you self-loving, you self-caring. Yeah, you're on the right path. There are new opportunities. You're going to have to dig for your patience, and there's a good business end. Again, I'm feeling July. I'm surprised the Cancer card hasn't come up, but yeah, there's a good business deal coming up for you. So I feel some of you are going to get a job offer. Low self-esteem. Yeah, gotta love yourself more. Beef yourself up. Get out those affirmations. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you're beautiful. A lot of negative energy here. Dark energy, negative thinking. Something dark's whispering in your ear. I sensed it. I saw it. I felt it. Someone's talking in your ear. Kill yourself. You're ugly. You can never do this, do that, do that. Do not listen to that nonsense. Do not. That is the dark one trying to take your soul, waiting for you to give your life up so he can be there to snatch it before you can cross over into heaven. You don't want that crap. You don't want to be stuck on this earth doing the devil's bidding. You don't want that. So don't listen to those dark voices. Tell them to go the fuck away. And it may be you feeling low, not realizing something's whispering in your ear, but something is whispering in your ear. I had it last week. Oh my God, was I low? And then I had to stop and go, wait a minute, dark negative entity, get rid of it. So don't listen to that stuff. Yeah, there's that new beginning trip, a lot of fire energy here, and a trip out of state. You could be going on a trip out of state with someone with strong Aries in their chart, but I see it happening before the end of June because it's spring. So summer turns, June 21st, something like that. So things are looking up for you. You're just going to have to dig for your patience. But I feel July. I feel you're free in July. I'm seeing the red flag of independence. So everything's going to... Oh, one more card. We do your affirmation. Everything's going to work out for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, please. Help the channel out. I'm looking for 8 new subscribers. Once I get to 500... I could do live readings. Okay. It is only a thought, and a thought can be changed. How miraculous is that? You saw me shuffle, and the thing fell out, and I wasn't even paying attention because I was rattling. It is only a thought, and a thought can be changed. Don't listen to that negative thing. The thoughts I choose to think and believe right now are creating my future. So, are you thinking positively? Are you thinking in a healthy manner? Are you thinking just, again, being more positive, lifting yourself up, knowing you can do it, not going, oh, that's never going to happen. Well, that's a negative right there. Don't say those types of statements, okay? I am beautiful. I will succeed. I will have victory. I will have God's help. I am loved. And whatever you need to say to get to where you are. So anyway, these thoughts from my experience, these thoughts form my experiences tomorrow, next week, and next year. And I'll tell you a story about my childhood. I was raised by my Polish grandmother. And if I said something off the handle like that'll never happen, my grandmother would always remind me, she would always make this statement: thoughts are things. They are. They're things. They're energy. So when you say them, you manifest them. So you want to say things that will manifest more beautifully, more positively, more successfully for your life. So don't sit there and say negative things out loud because they form a manifestation. They form negative energy around you, and you don't want that. So remember, thoughts are things. Sending you all my love. I'll see you around the 1st of July. Like I said, all my information is down below. Please comment. I love to hear your comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.